Here we go. We're live. We're live here. NGS Nexus Gaming Series Division D Week 12. I'm just kidding. It's Week 5, but we're doing a flex match this week. We've got 2 games this week between the Protectors of Shakuras and Rooster Pizza WBP. They're playing both their rounds this week, so we got a double header. One today, one Thursday. But it is Week 5. Take a look at all the updated scores for the division so far this week. The Protectors have 9 points and are in 3rd place. Rooster Pizza has 5 points after their domination win last week and are sitting in 5th. So, seeing how the week goes, whoever wins today will need to, in order to stay even, will need to make, whoever loses tonight will have to make sure they win on Thursday, but that's yet to be determined. So, we are excited to see what's going to happen today. I didn't update the boards. My fault. Boop. Map selections have been made. Rooster Pizza is the home team for the match tonight, so they chose map pick for round 1. They banned out Braxis and Battlefield. The Protectors banned out Cursed Hollow, Garden of Terror. Rooster Pizza picking Volskaya Foundry to start. So, big old robots, big old turret guns, and the only Overwatch map in the map pool for NGS being chosen today. So, excited to see how it goes. I think the Rooster boys have all of their normal players tonight, nothing crazy. But last week they 2-0'd, so see if maybe they take that into account in planning out their roster for the evening. Just waiting for these guys to create the lobby so we can get the evening started. Oh, they don't know. They don't know what's happening. Nobody knows who's making the game. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be the home team, but I'm not a ref. I'm just a caster. See who's going to make it. No one's owning it. They're all asking who's going to do it, but no one wants to do it. That's still not the game that we're playing. There's lobbies for everyone else so far. But here we go. They've made it. Going into Volskaya. See who we've got this evening. So again, it looks like Captain Cranky has taken a seat and let the roster that was in last week take the stage again this week to see if they can do a repeat of last week's performance as far as a 2-0 over their opponents. Make sure we have all this. We've got Dagny, Aram. Need this. Oh, they have an off-roster sub. The Boomer and a Cliff Sandwich. I think I've got this set up the way it needs to be. I can just type in a name and be cool with it. Alright. So, Chopper is an off-roster substitute for the Protectors of Shakuras. So, a little bit of an edge as far as consistency, cooperation, communications, I would think, on the side of Rooster Pizza, unless the HOTS community is so small at this point. Any off-roster sub has probably played with other people before in Storm League, but in a coordinated 5-man organized situation, it might be a little bit different. Maybe be a little bit of lack of ability to follow up, little communication, not used to who's shot calling, things of that. Any kind of planned out strategies and such, so we'll see if that has an impact. Plus, it makes it a little more difficult to scout out your opponent. Rooster Pizza can't have done a lot of research on the off-roster sub, so it could be a little bit of an edge in that regard for the protectors. But usually the payoff, the pay for the what you give up in exchange for that is your off-roster sub has to meet a lower rank cap to be able to be eligible. So they've got all their portraits in synergies, and the draft is beginning. So let's skip over here to start draft for Game 1, Week 5, Div D NGS. So first pick is going to be for the side of Protectors of Shakuras. And that means they'll get first ban. See if they've done their homework, if they're going to go ahead and do the Abathur Illidan ban that has been the secret weapon of the Rooster boys for the past couple weeks, even though they've only pulled it out once. No one has wanted to see it ever since, so. Open link in a new tab. Alright, Chromie is the first ban for the evening. I suppose could just be a meta ban. I guess Doc's played Chromie here and there, but not a routinely seen hero from the side of Roosters. Although they are also going to ban out a mage, so this is probably the first game in about 17 years of Heroes of the Storm that has not included a healer in the first two bans. So I'm sure we're just going to go ahead and see our Ariel, Rhaegar, Anduin, Prio for healers. Though I'd really like to see something a little different for once. It'd be fantastic. Ah, there we go. There's the Rhaegar. That being said, we are missing the Rhaegar from Cranky tonight, so we won't see. I don't know if Rhaegar is prioed by whoever's going to be healing on the pizza squad this evening. Followed by the evergreen, ever-present Joanna ban.
I stand ready.
We got some first pick Vala on Volskaya. Be able to get a bunch of damage done. Q build is going to be able to wreck the turret gun camps. And we'll stick with comfort on the side of pizza. Why change what isn't broken? Grabbing the Blaze for Doc J. Grabbing the Zul'jin for Pato. You know. Maybe we get a guillotine tonight? Wouldn't that be fun? Maybe he's been practicing that? I don't know. Probably not, but it's fine. It's fine. Coming with the Stukov and the Diablo, so at least a little bit of shake-up in the tank game here to be seen. We like to see that. And we got Diablo. But as is tradition, well, Chopper could still be an offlaner, so I guess we'll hold judgment out. And Alarak banned. Bans are a little all over the place right now, so I'm assuming that must be a targeted ban, because Alarak's not really a popular choice these days. But hey, we like Protoss, fellas, so. Final ban coming out from the Protectors of Shakuras. Getting rid of the Falstad, a common pickup for the side of Rooster Pizza. But their two predominant Falstad players already have chosen So I don't think that's would have been on the table for them unless they really do some juggling of the roles. I imagine we'll probably see the healer come out, maybe a tank. Uther, noob. Alright, so a noob, Blaze, Uther. You have a big front line. You've got a big dive potential. A noob's got his dive buddy with the Blaze. Uther's going to want to be up front, keeping them all going. Liking it so far, putting up a big line for the Zul'jin, and no one really wanting to get to the Zul'jin from the side of the Protectors yet. Diablo, of course, being able to dive and get to the back line, but that's going to split him off with the front line of Pizzas being in the way. Junkrat, good choice to be able to really mess with the dive. If you go in, you're going to be running into a Riptire, a whatever missile thing, the rocket ride he does. His mines, his bombs, all of his stuff is going to do really good at disrupting the dive from Pizza. And a Leo, because who doesn't want Leo into two giant beef boys that are going to be running in? So, probably some mage, but I would definitely want to see some... There's the Kel'Thuzad, as expected. So, Toast bringing out his Kel'Thuzad for it. So the DPS from the side of Pizza are going to be on their own in the back, trying to follow up on the engages from their front line. Looking at the Shakuras side, I imagine that they're going to try to pick off somebody with the abilities between Leo and the Auric and Diablo and Junkrat to try to really blow one person up. So, switching over to the game phase as we get ready. Game 1's loading in. Oh geez. Here. Oh god. I'll tab out. Here's that button. 1, 2, and 3. Boom. There we go. That should play correctly now with the... I put the right name in for the other folks, so... There it is, Week 5, match 1 of 2 of these teams. Like I said, they'll be playing both of their matches for the season this week, so let's see how this week of matchups between these two teams is going to start off. Who will take the first blood? Stacking talent from Vala. The fealty unto death, I haven't seen that from Leo for a while. Extra damage on the final grenade from Junkrat. I love the Death and Decay build. Spell armor out of Anubarak. Good choice for a lot of the ability-based casters coming out. Zul'jin's doing his thing. The Adrenaline Stimpack is what we've seen out of Doc's Blaze every week. And W build from Uther. So going for that choice. Everyone diving in on the Diablo, who goes in a little too far with the charge and gets punished for it from the stun from Uther. First blood coming out quick for the side of Rooster. Pizza. Welcome back, Pato. 4 seasons later. Everybody starts to do their 4-man rotate. Offlaners go to the bottom lane. And here comes the wet noodle fight. So they're going to deal with each other a little bit. Blaze jet propulsing away from the spooky hand of Leo to make sure he doesn't get that free sustain. Diablo coming back to join the 4-man, but Pizza is already well on their way for the quick rotations. Looks like Zul'jin and Uther, we're going to go for the siege camp, but we'll change their mind and go for the gun camp first. Going for the gun camps this early means you will surely be able to grab a second one through the first objective spawn. You can see Leo and Vala are matching that take over here. So both of them knowing that the gun camp needs to be prioed, so it's up in time for the objective. But that left Kel'Thuzad and Anubarak up here to push and get a little more soak. So Pizza quickly taking an XP lead between the kill and the quick rotations they've got, taking that 4 advantage. Going to go ahead and fight off the Protectors of Shakuras as Blaze comes up to help grab the soak from the mid lane. As the rest of the 4-man, I'd like to see them push top. Diablo watching to make sure that they don't go for the heal Madougal, and maybe grab a pick if they come down the greedy way. So he's showing out. They see him. He doesn't have any follow-up yet. Oh, the Anubarak Burrow Charge just misses the pop-up on the Diablo, which probably would have sealed the fate for him. Just a smidge off there. But the trap goes down from Junkrat to help keep some vision on the healing man. But Pizza's rotation and macro right now is a lot stronger. That kill has given them the edge in their just in kind of the momentum of being able to take the waves as they come up. So Diablo going down again in this fight up here. I don't think they have the tools yet to really benefit his ability to split the team up, but like we said, if he goes in a little too deep, the front line from Pizza is going to be able to kind of push past him and make sure that no one can step up and help him. So Zul'jin and Uther coming over here to grab the siege camp. Zul'jin doing this cheeky throwing axes over the wall thing. I guess that's cool, but it's only enough range to hit the one, so he's still got to step around anyway. No one's stepping on the point just yet. Leaving it to just to marinate as everyone gets their things under control. I imagine Roosters are waiting for 7 before they start this, which is looking to be the case. Both teams have taken their siege camp right away, so the DPS from Pizza is going to stay up here and clear these guys out as quick as you like, making sure that their siege camp can push. But the Shakuras boys are going to come up here and try to 4-man dive this. They're going to catch them on the flank. They don't have a tank with them. Zul'jin throwing out the spinning axes, trying to buy some damage. Kel'Thuzad doesn't lock anyone up with his abilities. The rest of Pizza showing up. It's a 5v4 as everybody's here. It's a 5v5. That's a Stukov going down. No sustain. We got a Frost Nova coming in, locking up Diablo. That's 2 down already. And nicely done from the team side of Pizza. Looked like their DPSs were going to get caught out, and they were able to survive long enough for the reinforcements to come in. So 4 kills to 0 so far for Pizza, but no one's done much here. The objective's at 20%, and Pizza's going to say, no, thanks. We'll go ahead and push your fort while we've got it. So, yeah, they're going to go ahead and... I don't see a world where they actually defend this front fort yet. Diablo's going to come running up here. But he has shown that he is willing to go in, but not able to get out. I don't think Stukov is the best choice for Diablo because he's only got you know, that little bit of a that burst heal and a little bit of a hot. So Diablo needs a little bit more oomph behind him. He is going Fire Mage Diablo though, so I'm kind of digging it. Maybe he saw Toast play it the other week and thought it was pretty cool. But to do that, you can't go in like a crazy man until you have some of your skills to get the sustain out of it and the ability power. So maybe not as familiar with the build as he should be. Pizza coming in. They've got a couple guns. A noob going all the way in like Diablo does, but Diablo is... Leoric instantly drops going in too deep, but the Anubarak gets punished for going in deep as well. 1 for 1. Blaze, but Blaze can still act as a decent tank for you. Gets slammed into the wall by Diablo, walks out of the silence pool. Health pools are pretty low for everyone. Blaze gets knocked around by a concussion mine and gets popped out of it. Leo respawns in the middle of Pizza and will spooky hand them, and the respawning Leo definitely throws Pizza off of their game as they get ambushed from behind and lose 4 members on this objective. So they didn't even finish the fort. That's a bummer. Their wave should eventually push it out, but the objective definitely going to go the way of Protectors as 10s roll in, and Pizza's going to be up in time to defend. Rain of Vengeance, Flailing Swipe, Riptire, Cage, and Apocalypse. Not the build not what you go with the Fire Mage build, but okay, do what you want. Shadow Fisher, Cocoon, Taz Dingo, no Guillotine, so Pato loses 50 DKP today. Bunker out of Blaze, and Divine Shield out of the Uther. Probably looking to give the Anubarak a little bit more of an ability to get out after he goes in. But I think you've got enough disruption with the Blaze and the Anub that Divine Storm would have been fine. But I mean, Shield's a fine choice. Nothing wrong with it. So Kel'Thuzad trying to get some cheeky passive stacks from the Protector. The Noob gets blasted away by the robot hand. He'll be able to walk it off. And Pizza stepping away, but the Diablo APOC comes out, doesn't hit. Hits the Kel'Thuzad, comes out with the D-Shield. He's still going to walk away, gets stunned up, and dies at the fort. Zul'jin, that's both your DPS down. So now your ability to defend is quickly diminished, but the timer on this Protector is almost up. Blaze trying to soak what he can, but the XP has started to turn to the side of Shakuras as they are now up 6 kills to 5. Diablo's Soulstone fully charged, so now when you kill him, he will only be dead for 5 seconds. He'll be a lot less beefy when he comes back, though, so not too bad. A new rat gets popped up, but he gets stunned into the wall and flipped and thrown into a silence pool. Snow Burrow charging out for him. The defense tries to come in from the Pizza without their tank, but the damage just isn't behind Shakuras yet, so they're able to walk away and reset. Leo fighting Blaze down here in the mid lane. Blaze wants to walk away, but gets slammed into the wall there. Bunker drops out, saves himself. The cage comes out to make sure he can't get away once he comes out of the bunker. Well done with the cage there to really ruin Blaze's day popping out of that. And we're now up to 8 kills to 5 as Shakura steps forward to take this camp. Pizza here to fight it. Big combo onto the Diablo. Doesn't take any damage, though, from the spell armor that he pops from his Soulstone. So really well done, really well timed to stop that from happening. Nurak just walking out of the APOC, but gets slammed into the wall. Anyway, D-shield onto the Zul'jin, who has his own invincibility anyway, so probably not your best divine shield target as he turns around to throw some damage out. Couple more axes to take. Oh, the Shadow Fisher pushing the Junkrat back, but Zul'jin had taken a step away and isn't able to get the last auto out. Also does not pop his Tazdingo, so he drops like a sack of potatoes. 11 kills to 6. As, well, Pizza did secure the gun there. They secured the camp, but Shakuras took the gun, so that's not bad. That's all right. The XP lead is quickly spiraling out of control as Shakuras is about a level and a half ahead. You see, I don't think Vala's died yet. As we catch the Diablo again, who charges out to the Uther and gets out with 100 HP. Catching the Anubarak and the Uther in the Silence Pool cage combo, that is what you want out of your Stukov and Leoric. That is where you're talking. Now imagine if you had Lightning Breath Diablo behind them to cook them while they're in a cage. That is some fine kitchen cookery at its finest, but we have APOC instead, so otherwise, he's got the other Fire Mage Diablo talent. Get the spell power from Fire Stomp, so is what it is there. Looking to try to maybe get this top fort finally, as there's no one here to defend it. Pizza looking to, maybe they're going to come down here and grab this Leoric. Zul'jin walks straight up into a Leo. They both just kind of slap hands and walk past each other, no one wanting to start that fight, as Zul'jin had buddies and Leoric didn't. So Pizza grabbing the second gun so that Shakuras doesn't have one. But Shakuras has an extra level of talents. So that should make up for just one little minigun. Pizza doesn't want to go to this objective because they are a talent tier down, so they're just going to settle for the bottom fort. Not a bad choice, as the next objective is going to spawn bottom anyway. Get rid of this healing fountain so that at the next objective you have a bit more there. That is a disgusting APOC pool cage combo. Pizza gets absolutely obliterated as they all get stunned, locked up, silenced, and the Blaze Bunker doesn't come out in time. That's the Zul'jin dead. That's again, both DPSs on the side of Pizza fall quickly as Blaze finds himself on the wrong side of the map, running for his life, decides he doesn't want to step into the concussive mine, and he dies by himself over there in the corner. But the combos coming out of Shakuras post 10 have been brutal for Pizza to deal with, as they all get clumped into the cage silence wombo combo of destruction. There's a protector up here pushing. Pato trying desperately to fight off the wave so it doesn't have anything to tank, but they'll clear out the wave, but the protector will walk away and not even be needed to clear out mid. So forts are starting to go down across the line. Map pressure starting to be lost as catapults will start coming out in these lanes for Shakuras. And Pizza still trying to find the XP to hit 16 to get even out the talent tiers. I imagine this front fort will go down. Shadow Fisher coming out from the Kel'Thuzad to get some more damage out. Uther gets caught in the cage by himself, and no qualms with pulling the trigger to catch the healer out on his own, and he is not able to get anything done. Did not want to burn the D shield on himself to get out, so Blaze is pushing top to try to equalize the map pressure up there. And this protector is going to fall apart right now. And so you have 3v5 defending here, when the sustain of Stukov is going to really start keeping people alive because they can't dive as a group here. So Blaze does successfully get the fort up here. Very good. So the only thing left is a mid fort on the side of Shakuras, but I think Pizza going for camps is definitely aggressive, as Uther's not back out on the map yet, and they are still way down in XP. Kel'Thuzad missing the chain combo from the Ice Spike, can't grab anyone there. Anub is caught, manages to squirt his way out. Everybody's looking to step away. Zul'jin throwing axes while he's Taz Dingo'd. Killing that Diablo is big, resetting his Soulstone. The Blaze goes down, Kel'Thuzad goes down on the bottom side of the fight. Pizza stepping up to take this camp, or clear it out again. It looks like, yes, Shakuras took the camp. Uther gets rooted by the Stukov. Everyone's stepping up here. Zul'jin on the flank trying to do what he can. Kel'Thuzad must use his phylactery to come back quickly. And Zul'jin is still alive. The concussive mine blew him to somewhere. Shadow Fisher blowing up the Stukov. So Pizza pulls off a 1.5 for 3 as Kel'Thuzad was able to come back in the middle of that fight and help turn the tables back on it. But that means he needs to recharge his phylactery. That's 12 globes, gives him an auto revive when he dies. When it's full, he gets some lifesteal from his spells. That's kind of cool, but nothing huge. Diablo Soulstone also recharged in that fight, rather expended. So he gets a lot more maximum health while he has all of his charges from his Soulstone. But we're fighting. Vala is able to walk away. Vala needs to die too. She's also got a Gambit Talon on that they need to start removing that bonus for. She is level 20 and going to be very, very messy to deal with a much higher attack speed because she hasn't died. So 25% goes down 5% each time she dies. 5 deaths, you get no bonus from that talent. So she's sitting at 20% with the 3-hit passive and the extra attack range. She's going to be hard to get to and harder to kill as she's pumping damage into you. And Hellgate 20, Silence Tomb, Big Ball, Flailing Swipe he now only swipes once, but he gets to control it. Death and Decay, so we get the extra little ghost for lots of dot zones out of Kel'Thuzad. Rewind on a Nubarak, that's standard pickup there. Taz Dingo upgrade. The extra D shield, that's going to be big. So now he's going to apply D shield to everybody when he casts it. So that'll be very helpful when they get caught in the cage pool APOC combos. Everyone clashing, walking away. There's an objective spawn at the bottom side of the map that no one has looked at yet. The Protector not a priority for anybody, as both these teams just waiting to see who will strike first. Hiding in the shadows, here come Junkrat bombs. Blaze caught in the cage by himself, not a target they want to commit to. The bunker comes out for everyone to kind of be able to reset out of their kills. Stukov heals to Vala. Vala walks away. APOC drops down, but the Blaze is able to unstoppable out of it. So APOC no value, Cage no value. That's a lot of tools down from Shakuras. If I'm Pizza, I would want to look to fight now. However, the D-Shield did come out from Uther to make sure everyone is able to walk away, but that's a lot of zone control, CC, and ability to blow up Pizza from Shakuras down. I would like to see them push. There's no ults other than the Stukov flail, which is pretty much always going to be off a cooldown now. Not a problem. And you still have Taz Dingo out of Pado, so that's a key ultimate in a team fight that you have over your opponents. But I think by the time they get down here to this objective, Shakuras are all going to be recharged. You see we have another charge of Rain of Vengeance up. We have the cages back up. 15 seconds on Riptire, 35 seconds on Apocalypse. So Pizza going to come down and try to grab some time on the objective while Shakuras is up here clearing out a camp. And I'm sure they will turn and grab theirs. In the meantime, it's not a time-sensitive thing to get down there, as it's only at 20%, and the waves are pushing into Pizza right now. Pizza going to go ahead and try to push the bottom wave up while they have Prio down here. I would like to have seen them try to snag that gun if they could. They want to do it now, but it's far too late. They're looking at, they're going to get caught. This is not where you want to fight. Too much CC here. They're able to walk away from it. The Ice Spike buying a little bit of time. The Rip Tire into the cage. D-Shield comes out to buy Kel'Thuzad some space. It lasts long enough to get through the APOC. Incredible D-Shield timing coming out of Uther. That is 2, 3 down. D-Shield coming in huge to negate the fight out of the APOC in the cage there. Massive invincibility, just too strong coming out of the Lumberjack Paladin down here. And I mean, they were clumped up, so I'm pretty sure D-Shield hit just about everybody down there. That's a 4-second invincibility. That is a lot when APOC takes 2 seconds to charge, so you're able to see it coming and get your D-Shield out in time. That should be enough to end the game, I would think. They have a little bit of a wave here. The Leo comes back in, doesn't buy any kind of time. He's able to spooky hand around, tries to get the cage out to silence people, but not able to get anything done. 10 seconds until anyone respawns out of Shakuras, and I don't think that's soon enough as the shield's down on the Nexus. They are crunching in. Man, I thought Pizza was making a mistake going for that gun, but it felt like Shakuras was just a little too slow on the engage triggers. Pizza's able to walk out and kind of take the fight on their own terms, so well done. Pato leading the charge on damage done. Once again, able to just kind of sit in the back line and do what he does best, throw axes at people, make ding go boom. Junkrat and Vala both pretty there, and even Kel'Thuzad right there, all pretty close in damage numbers behind that. Healing, Uther out healing a Stukov. Not something you see very often, but I'd say even the healing wasn't as important as that last team fight. Invincibility was massive. Just really well done. Nicely timed, nicely spotted by the Uther and Night Knight to pull that off. So not much else there. Look at the talents here. Nothing crazy. Again, the Death and Decay build out of Kel'Thuzad. A noob going for the Burrow Charge build. Sure, Taz Dingo. Yeah. Uther coming in, see what we're doing here. Unstoppables, so you've got a bunch of Unstoppables coming out once you have that from Uther as well. Let's see what else we have here. Kind of a mishmash on this Uther build, to be honest. Not the normal straight-up W build they usually see out of him. So whatever this is, it worked. So I'm not going to knock it too hard. But we'll go ahead and update the screen to show it's 1-0. But we're going to sit here and wait to see who's doing what. I don't see anything else here, so the auto attack build from Vala. I had just gotten done hyping up how strong this Vala was going to be post 20, and they botched that engage, and really, she should have been able to really fight through that in a sustained fight, but they were able to really fight that all off. Stukov, sure, he does stuff, he blows things up. Junkrat, mine build. Leo went for the cage, spooky cage, yeah. Like I said, I like Firestomp build, but I don't think APOC really works with it. If they had done that fight and had lightning breath in that tiny walkway with a boosted spell power from all your flame stomps, just saying, think about it. It's definitely the better choice. But Diablo not having a full soul stone to resurrect and come back for that fight, kind of a bummer. But all in all, for Shakuras really coming in and dominating the mid game. A strong late game team fight out of Pizza is what won them that game. So really, really well done. We're going to Tomb for game 2. I don't know who picked it yet, so I'll at least update that. You can see that's where we're going. Who chose them? Alright. I am being told Shakuras picked the map. So Pizza will have first pick. And I guess really we gotta go and we gotta bring up that Pizza chose the map and they won. I don't... Everything I've known about this season is falling apart in front of me. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Looking at the chat. Yeah, Iggy, KTZ in the choke, which I think makes sense, but I think KTZ got to do his work because of the D shield. So I think you give KTZ his credit, but I think he has to turn around and get to thanking Uther, you know, because how often does a Lich get to say that the Paladin saved him? But what do I know? No changing up on the roster for the Pizza side. No changing up in the roster for the Shakuras side. So we are salty running back the rosters and see who's going to pull out game 2. We can make it a quick night. 2-0s out of Pizza? I don't know if I can handle it. But we love it. We love it. But we like 3-game series too. They're fun. I like them. I updated that to show that they picked. Oh, I guess I can't just I just want to clean it. I just want to clean it. As they go ahead. That's fair. We are in the upside down. I don't know anything. Joanna's really just a witch doctor. Zeratul the leader of the Protoss. I don't know what's happening anymore. You know what? All we need now is someone to play Tassadar and go auto build and make me look like a dummy that way too. Also, I'm pretty sure that Pizza has pretty much played the same comp 3 games in a row now. Can we figure out how to stop this? I want to see something else. It's just a Zul'jin. It's just a Zul'jin. It's just a Blaze. Stop playing the same heroes. Let's get some wonky stuff. Let's get some white mains. Someone, for the love of Jeebus, play a Cho'Gall for me. I want to see it. It's Tomb of the Spider Queen. I want to see someone play a Nazebo. Get those stacks by level 13. Let's get it. I want to see some fun things. Tired of having cheese pizza around here. That's your mid-game, mid-series rant. Brought to you by the same dumb comps every time. What am I watching? League of Legends. Everyone arguing about if they're ready or not. It looks like we're ready. Caster R. Cool. Just brainstorming the draft, waiting. I know it's a little known NGS rule, but you guys only have like 3 minutes to put your crap together to get the game started. But I'm just a caster, I'm not a referee. If I was in charge of one of these, I'd bust the other team for not following the rules. All right, we're in draft. I hit the button. There you go. Game 2, week 5, Div D. Still sticking with that Orphea ban as Rooster Pizza has first pick, first ban this game. Getting rid of Brightwing. Sure, whatever. It's Brightwing. It's a tiny map, I guess. Polymorph sucks. Get rid of it. I did say this pizza's got no flavor, Iggy. Hashtag just cheese. Let's get that shit trending. I don't want just cheese, though, so don't trend just cheese. Hashtag switch it up. Hashtag spice me. Didn't like the Junkrat. I banned the Junkrat out on the side of pizza, and there is the ever-present can't let Joanna through ban. And we first picked Blaze. Because why ban Blaze? Or Zul'jin? Or Kel'Thuzad? So, let me just go ahead and preheat my oven to 425 cheese flavor. Vala and Hogger. Alright, we like Hogger. And it's not being played by Shane, so it's a little different. We'll take it. I don't even need to update who's playing who on the pizza side of this screen, so we'll just leave that all the same. Hogger out of Arum. I like the Hogger on this map. Hogger's got a lot of places to go hog wild and out of control as he bink bonks around all the hallways, so go ahead and get him. No way! And a Nubarak and a Zul'jin. Why fix what isn't broken? Shakuras has last pick. I want to see some crazy counter out of them. Give me something. Give me a Valera. Give me a Maiev. Give me something funny. Give me a white main healer. That'd be cool. Maybe an Anna. I don't know. They banned their own Stukov this time. Not sure what Craig's pulling out, but I would say that Craig played Uther last game. Hey, we've got a raid from El Taquito. I'm learning how to acknowledge that stuff. So hey, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. I think you had your own NGS cast, if I remember right. Otherwise, I don't know why you'd raid me. So thanks. How'd those games go? Also, we're having a very unique draft here. We've never seen this team comp out of the side of Rooster Pizza before. So I have no idea that they probably are not going to pick Kel'Thuzad next round because it wasn't banned. Oh, white main! That's what I wanted! I love it! Oh, if I complain enough and ask for it, we'll get it. Alright, we've got a white main coming in and an ETC tank. Alright, okay. A little bit. Here we go. But now we're on the pizza choices, so... Oh, I try to be an awesome guy. We're having a good time here, and well, it's just a fire mage instead of a frost mage, but we got Kael'thas and Rhaegar, so we got a little difference, but it's still pretty rinse and repeat for the side of pizza. But well, we got a white main, and that's pretty cool. I'm excited to see what kind of talent choices come out of the white main and what we're gonna see out of that. We need one more DPS out of Chopper, the off-roster sub. Pulling out a Zagara. It's not a Nazebo, but it's still a big macro hyper pusher on this map. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on complaining against Cho'Gall too. So but we are. Oh god, Tokivi showed up too. Well, there's so many people here now. I am. Phew. All right, I'm on the big stage now. But we're starting game 2. For those of you all just showing up, Rooster Pizza's one game up. Rooster Pizza's chosen this map. Let me swap over to game phase, and I will show you all who's playing who. Here in the Gerudo Kingdom, I don't actually announce who plays what. I just push the button and I let technology do it for me. So there you go. One zoom out, one chat off, one talent choices. Welcome to the Tomb of the Spider Queen. Let's go for a 3-game series here. We got a whole swath of people watching. Let's put on a show. And let's not let the same comp win 4 games in a row, shall we? Rooster Pete's on your left. Protectors of Shakuras on your right. Kind of cool talents we got. Pity the Frail out of White Mane. White Mane works in the way since we don't see her very often, she's going to put a mark on her teammates, and then any damage she does to enemies will heal the people that she has marked, but each mark costs more mana to do, so she's kind of a... She wants to do damage. I believe this is kind of a Discipline Priest kind of thing from WoW, so there you go. Glow build out of Kael'thas, Spell Armor, and Totem out of Rhaegar. We've got the Gambit talent out of Vala again, so she'll get a damage boost and a big attack speed boost, buff, whatever. Every time she dies, she loses that. Roach drop out of Zagara and Guitar Hero. God bless Guitar Hero, we miss it. Wet Noodle fight in the bot lane. Nobody cares down there. And we're fighting on the creep. Not something you really want to do as Pizza, but you got to clear it out somehow. So, 4-man rotations in the top and middle of the map as expected. Everybody fighting for their gems. ETC looking for the sick, nasty flank. Sitting in the bush. Not quite doing much. Chilling on his motorcycle. Pizza has the quick rotation to get down here first. Clears the wave out. We'll push another wave out, see which team goes for their bruiser camp first. Hogger's coming up, might look for a 5v4 flank. He just wants to help double soak and help push his team around the map a little bit quicker. So again, Pizza starting off with the early XP lead. Anubarak dives in onto the back line. White Maid's going to lock him up a little bit. Zul'jin throwing axes from behind. 4-man fighting the 4-man, and everybody walks away pretty unscathed. Health bars look a little bit better on the side of Protectors of Shakuras as Pizza rotates down. Tanks meeting in the bush. The shortest burrow charge ever comes out of Anubarak to go about 3 inches out of the bush. So that's kind of a costly cooldown, but no one's dead, so worth. Lots of creep tumors. Pato throwing some axes around, trying to clear those out. And everyone's got good tools to get rid of them on the side of Pizza. You can walk into him with a lightning shield, Anubarak can hit him with his spike shenanigans, KT can flame strike him if he really wants. Zul'jin can throw his axes, so good ways to clear him out. They're going to switch to Vala to come down to lane against the Blaze, which I kind of like, because that means Vala should be able to get some pretty decent stacking on him. But the rest of Pizza is going to show up to take the siege camp. Vala can't fight them. All 5 members of Pizza down in the bot lane right now as they go to secure that camp. And the XP is kind of even, so a small lead over to the side of Pizza as they overwhelm the bottom half of the map, but Shakuras answers by taking their bruiser camp quickly, so they're going to come down here, help clear out the siege camp, and then I hope that they'll come up here and defend their bruiser camp before it goes down, as Pizza's here to defend against it. ETC sliding in, grabbing the Zul'jin, doesn't boop him out, but he does catch the Rhaegar, who is not taking enough damage to go down for it. ETC burning as he's running away. The White Maid doing damage to keep him going as he runs away. 4v4 in the mid. ETC taking a flame strike, but keeps going with the spell armor being passed around over there. Bruiser camp is the one providing that spell armor, so you can go ahead and thank that for why you're alive there, ETC. He slides back in to help boop the camp out, trying to drive this camp in to buy some space, and it hits the wall, so that's a good push for them. Hogger back down here dealing with the Blaze as the Blaze is pushed out with no mana, and all Hogger has is a full bar of rage, so Blaze not able to deal with him right now, but Anub is doing a micro turn in here at the egg, and now you're going to have a 5-man gank onto the Hogger. He's got 30 gems. They do not want to let him get those. He's running as far down as he can. He should be able to get out as he hog wilds his way down the hallway, spinning out of control, and now they're going to step up into the 5-man. ETC gets stunned up, but he's going to try to lock him down. No mana on Blaze. He's got to retreat, and that means the rest of Pizza will step away as well. Both teams enough gems for a turn in here, so waiting to see who gets the first spider, as all 5 members from both teams are down here in the bottom half of the map. 7s come out for both teams. XP lead is negligible. No team either kill yet. Red able to get the first batch of spiders, but no one is dead. So as long as Pizza doesn't die here, they should be able to defend this rather easily. Blaze being the pin they need to get the gems turned in next. So try to catch the Hogger out here. Pato runs at him, but he's able to walk away. And they're going to abandon the top. But it looks like they want to catch on the rotation. 5v4 up here. Shakura steps in. ETC slides in, gets 2 people stunned. Flame Strike, all kinds of people hopping up from the spike launch out of Anubrak. Buys some disengage and space, so still not able to fully commit on the damage follow-up. It is still 5v4 as Blaze defends by himself in the bottom lane. They're going to try to drive this wave in and see what value they can get. ETC looking for the slide through the terrain, misses everyone, gets messed up by the Anubrak, but is able to walk away. These are the fights that you really like having white main for, where they're clumped up and you're able to keep everyone going while they're not looking at your white main. She can keep dealing damage and keep healing everyone on her team. But Pizza breaks the defense and comes out. Anubrak catches the Hogger as they rotate down to get the mid spider. Blaze gets a big stun with the jet propulsion, but they're able to walk away. White main looking to heal everyone up. That's a flame bomb, pyre bomb thing on Vala. She walks away with almost no health. And still no first blood after 6 minutes in a Heroes of the Storm game. This is bananas. Both teams not wanting to give up any ground in here. After that first spider push, no XP on either side, despite the walls going down on most of the forts against Pizza. But now they get their own spider drop, see if they can do something a little bit stronger. They do grab the Bruiser camp as the spiders drop, so that's going to help their mid lane push. Again, it's going to give them 20 spell armor to help defend against the push, but here comes 4v4 in the mid against the spell armor Bruisers. Anub diving into the back line, but no one's able to rebut him. Blaze is here to join first, just misses what would have been a 4-man stun out of the jet propulsion as they all run behind the gate. That is a giant wave of stuff that they need to clear from the side of Pizza. My cat hit the zoom in button. I'm so sorry. Cat bad. Bad cat. Cocoon comes out onto the Vala, set up to get followed up on. Can she get out? Cliff Sandwich able to walk away. Noob misses the Burrow charge, but Pyroblast coming out on the Vala, only half health, sir. White main putting in as much healing as she can to keep her team going, but the mid fort will ultimately drop. Spider up top is still pushing, breaking into the wall. Vala stepping up again. That firebomb's going to blow her up just barely. 30 hit points. She drops down. That's a big mosh pit coming out of ETC, trying to fight to keep as many members of Pizza locked up as he can. 2 go down. Blaze and Zul'jin. Hogger running up front has a firebomb on him, but the teams will split up and stop as the top spider did finish that fort with another massive wave pushing out. So ultimately, the XP lead goes to Shakuras for getting the kills from there, but that's 2 forts down against Shakuras from the spider push. So I'd say it's still pretty even. It's a half level of XP. That's not a big deal. Aram has 25 gems, so Shakuras has enough gems for another turn-in already, as Pizza is going to overload the bottom half of the map again to secure this siege camp. Unbeknownst to them, Shakuras would like the top half of the map. And it will try to turn in as they have 2 heroes with 26 gems. Hogger still has a ton of gems on him, needs to turn in when he can before he gets caught out by himself. So fighting the Blaze down there, we have the 4v4 in mid. XP leads about 3/4 of a level now onto the side of Shakuras. Kills are 2-1. We did see a bunch of the ults come out. Scarlet Aegis. It's not the pot. We like the pot coming out of white main, but the Aegis will give a big armor buff and big healing zone for quite some time for these extended fights. Hogger trying to turn in, gets turned. His world gets turned upside down by the gravity vortex of Kael'thas as he walks away, and he'll try to come back after Blaze is left. Going for the turn in again. We have the Rain of Vengeance, Devouring Maw out of Zagara, so we're going for a combat Zagara, not quite the macro that most people are used to seeing. Shockwave out of the Hogger. A fun choice. Not many people usually go the Ludapult, but I like it. And Mosh Pit we saw. Pyroblast, Cocoon, Tazingo, Bunker, and Ancestral out of Rhaegar. So ETC diving in for the back line. They don't have it there. They are trying to put up a protective wall, bulwark around the Hogger, who does finally get the turn and in. Spiders will drop. Fights coming out. ETC gets a dance off, but they kill the one. Anubarak is down, unkillable, and the Ancestral come out to keep Pato alive, but Kael'thas means he doesn't get any defensive, so he drops too. You've lost 2 people now. Taking the fight after the turn-in is always scary, because if you lose people like you just did now, your defense is infinitely weaker. You've given Shakuras a big opportunity to equal out or surpass what you got on your last turn. The 1-3-1 from the side of Shakuras to help push these spiders in. Pato, Night standing the ground in the middle, but remember, Zul'jin's ultimate is down. If he gets caught, he doesn't have the invincibility out of him. Anubarak going for the dive, but Vala just vaults away, instantly dodges it. ETC goes in for the dive, boops the Anubarak back in, but Anubarak will fall this time. ETC really punishing the Anub with those boops. I don't know, it's some kind of rock term. He blasts him backwards with the power of music. Ancestral comes out onto Pato to fill him back up. Well, if I was the Zul'jin, I'd be upset, because that's a big attack speed loss right there when he wasn't in danger. So, no biggie, though. Shakuras is going to run up here, protect their spider, and they're going to look to be ready to take the boss. No, they're just going to go ahead and return as the last spider fades away. Pizza going up to defend here. XP lead has now moved up to about a full level. Kill difference 5-1. The Anub is not finding the burrow charge success that he was in Game 1, and because he's missing those, he's getting sorely punished by the ETC blasting him back out of position and getting the follow-up from the Vala and the Zagara. Blaze tried to slow the camp, but Augur shows up and quickly says, no thank you, I will have those. Whitemane looking to help, and now, for the first time this match, it looks like Shakuras is coming down here to stop the Blaze. And the Blaze has a much lower chance of getting out than the Hogger does, so he will drop, trying to capture that camp. Pizza looking to turn in up top, but they don't have the gems to finish the summon, so not really the end of the world as they give up the siege camp. Not take the boss either. And Shakuras has enough gems after killing Blaze to get another turn-in, so a back-to-back spider turn-in, especially with some time to let the waves kind of even out and restart pushing, is going to be pretty critical to see if Pizza can defend. 16s are in for Shakuras. Man, I kind of like this Whitemane build, though. I like the cross/whatever build this is. That's fun. You're going to take bottom fort before the spider even shows up, meaning that all the keeps are in danger. The Bruiser camp will do some work to stop the mid lane from pushing, but we'll start with the 5v5 in bot lane. Zagara throwing some roaches down from the aerial supply forces of the Zerg wave. Spiders pushing up, not a big wave otherwise with it. We have a 2-man Devouring Maw coming out. Well, the stun coming out from ETC, and Vala is able to do some work. Blaze gets blown up before he can drop the bunker. Bunch of ultimates are out from the side of Shakuras. Critically, you still have the Tazdingo, Cocoon, and Pyroblast out of Kael'thas, but you don't have part of your beef wall, and you don't have a bunker now. So, trying to push this wave off. That's a 2-man slide, but a 4-man boot from the ETC will punish the Noob. The Noob is having a hard time dealing with the ETC once again. ETC just dives in, and the Noob does not know how to do it. He's got a kind of a minimum range that he needs to be able to buy some peel out, so he's not able to do it. Zul'jin trying to tear down the ETC, but he left a speaker behind, which blasts him away with the power of music once more. That is a keep down. Despite having the Bruiser camp help to defend, they're not able to stop mid. Zul'jin just can't get out. The Tazingo buying him plenty of time, but is too slow to get out of there. And now you are waiting for a Noob, which is 10 seconds out. The protectors of Shakuras truly putting on a large defense of the Protoss Dark Templar homeworld as they take the boss here. And Pizza, they've got enough gems for a turn-in, but your base is in shambles right now, and you can't really step up for this boss either. Protectors knowing that they want to come over this way have their ETC anchoring and ready, but Pizza is not looking to take that fight. XP lead is now up to a level and a half as Pizza scrambles to get some soak and try to get these gems turned in, but I think I would have tried to turn them in while you guessed that they were on the boss, because now they're all back on the map, and it's going to be a lot harder to get that turn-in in, especially with Protectors of Shakuras 2 levels ahead now, almost level 20. You're never going to want to meet them once they have that 20 advantage, so I have to see where they choose to make their stand. We did see the Pizza Fellas make a huge turn and a win on Tomb of the Spider Queen last week, so maybe they can pull that magic once more. But Shakuras seems to be doing a little bit of a better job of dotting the I's and crossing the T's and doing all the check boxes that you need to on this map. But camps are being painted red from the side of Shakuras, and all waves are pushing, so these spiders are not going to spawn in very convenient spots as Pizza runs back to try to set one of these waves up so that the spider will fall down. But the spiders only go as far as your wave is, so even killing that wave, the spider's not going to drop very far, and they die over time. So the longer it takes them to get to where they need to go, the less health they will have when they get there. So bottom lane, they've cleared bottom. They're going to let the spider do its thing. Top, it's going to do its thing. They're going to try to fight with the mid spider, but Shakuras says, go ahead. We're just going to control the other lanes first. ETC going for a spicy bush hide here. Not showing on the map. Pizza needs to be careful not to take the greedy path there. They choose to go bottom instead as they go top. And Shakuras says, you know what? Screw it. You guys don't have anything here. We're going to take your keeps. Now Pizza has to abandon their last spider, who won't get any work done, as we go for the fight up here. Noob dives in, misses the burrow charge once more. His spikes hit the Zagara, but these misses on the burrow charges have been detrimental to their success. They were much more successful last game. Shane really getting some nerves. Getting some nerves on his ability to hit those very integral cues to starting up these team fights. So Shakuras says, you guys missed, and we're going to go leave and get the spider. But the spider did finish off the bottom fort, so at least evens out the catapults on both sides of the map. As Shakuras is going to go ahead and get their next turn in right away, not giving Pizza any time to try to get these waves in a better spot. They do get the Bruiser camp, which will help fight back again, but there's no keep in mid lane, so now we have a catapult every wave coming down mid lane against Pizza as they go to defend their waves. I like that they go to top first. Go to top first so that the spider doesn't come in nearly as far on you. That last minion would be kind of silly if that throws the spider off. It sure did. That last minion was still alive. So the spider's going to come all the way up to the halfway line as we mount our defense here at the Nexus. The spider drops all the way up front here. You need to make this defense quick, and you need to push them back quickly before the other two spiders march down the lanes and get to your keeps. Top lane spider is just about dead, though, so I don't think it's going to make it very far. Big three-man mosh pit out of ETC as the 20s roll in. That's Noob is already down. ETC slides over. He's going to stop the Ancestral cast from Rhaegar. Keep almost tears down. The Living Bomb is going to go ahead and finish off the ETC. And it's 3v4 on the defense. Pyroblast coming out onto the Zagara, but the White Mane going ahead and Inquisitionizing the Zagara. Keeps her going. Living Bomb, almost 200 HP on the Hogger, walks away. So it's a good defense of the Nexus, but you did lose your top keeps. That spider was able to keep it going long enough, and the bottom keep. So this is dire straits for Pizza now. They are in it, and they will have constant pressure coming from all waves. I've won games of Tomb of the Spider Queen in this situation before. I believe in the power of the Pizza to come back from any detriment, any hole they can climb out of. But it is 2 down, and Shakuras coming down here to secure the siege camp. So where's Pizza going? They want to clear the top out. Boss is up in 10 seconds, and they just took the bottom camp. Could have been risky to go for the boss, but it could have been a decent play to go for it as well. Pizza just comfortable playing defense right now, though. The XP lead is down to 1 level. At this point, it's just producing extra stats for the team that's in the lead. There are no more talents coming out. You got the Flame Strike talent, Rewind, Tazdingo upgrade, Burn Notice coming out of Blaze, the Mega Ancestral. Scarlet Crusade is a ton of more healing. The Unstoppables. Full summon build for Zagara, and the Bolt of the Storm to teleport for the Mosh Pit for ETC. Gets a big sway. The Jet Propulsion stops the ETC, but a Devouring Maw comes out, grabbing the Anubarak. The Blaze is able to get out. The Ancestral goes off onto Anub, so everyone's healed back up. Anub going in, misses a Burrow Charge again, grabs a Vala, but no one's close enough to make up for it here. Whitemane quickly topping off all of her heroes. Pizza walking away with full health bars, still has 3 ultimates available. So, big scuffle, but not a lot happening. Pizza has to step back and clear this bruiser camp in mid lane before they can go and defend this boss. So, ETC stepping up, making space for his team as this boss goes down to 50% health. Hogger taking a lot of damage from the boss. Jet Propulsion just missing Scarlet Crusade. Scarlet Aegis comes out, healing everyone in the circle. The Mosh Pit does not work. Hogger going spinning around in the back line despite the bad Mosh Pit. 2 people are down from the side of Pizza. This is our front line. Their DPS have to do something. Tazdingo not even able to be used as Zul'jin drops like a sack of sad potatoes. Gonna keep using that joke. Don't care. Kael'thas walking away as quick as he can, but that is a fully ranged up Vala who does not care. Totem buying just enough space. Kael'thas makes it out at 40 hit points, but there are now catapults on the Nexus. This game is done and dusted. We're going to go to a game 3. Hachi Machi. Devouring Maw for the Kael'thas, putting him in a spooky tube of a worm, keeping him in there. We don't even know where he went. He's gone. He doesn't come out of it. He's dead forever. Uh-oh. Whoopsie poopsie. 1-1. Protectors of Shakuras strike back. Wow. And here we are. We're in the Upside Down, where the people that picked the map are winning the games today. So, coolio. Let's get to the post-game stat stuff. I'm really bad at keeping up with chat, so I hope y'all didn't say a bunch of cool stuff. Alright, let's look at damage. Zagara not dying at all. 14 to 2 on kills. Kael'thas, though, able to pack a counter punch. So really, I mean, all the numbers are really close. I mean, Rhaegar out-healed the Whitemane, who also didn't die. Damage numbers are really close. XPs, Hogger out-soaking the Blaze to a degree. I think this came down to just the pushes were better timed and better used by the Protectors of Shakuras. Especially, I think it was the second one where we saw Pizza lost 2 or 3 members as the spiders were being summoned, which really gave the Protectors a good opportunity to really push with those spiders and make a dent in the battle lines from the side of Pizza. Talent-wise, since we don't really get to talk about talents mid-game much, I don't think there's anything too spicy. Again, we can look at the Whitemane stuff. So anyone that was getting low was getting more healing from Whitemane, so we saw that probably come in clutch once or twice. Zeals are her marks, so you had some spiciness there. She also has the Unstoppable like Uther did last round. And then, yeah, I mean, the AoE Unstoppable coming out for everyone from the Scarlet Crusade was big on that last engage at the boss. I'd like to go back and watch it again to see what happened. I know the ETC got the Mosh Pit off, but it sounded like it was interrupted almost right away from someone. So I don't know if maybe he did it on top of an incoming Anubarak spike, you know, or into a jet propulsion from the Blaze. Zagara went full summons by the end here. Now the armor reduction on Shockwave for Hogger. I think most people either go out of control or some kind of crazy rage talent at 20, so the upgrades to the 20s are not frequently seen. And then even Bolt of the Storm out of Dagny on the ETC. I mean, I would think most people, I see Torbus a lot, which lets him re-maneuver the mosh pit or even death mosh, so he gets the one when he dies. But I guess if you're not dying, you don't get any value out of a death passive, so no death mosh necessary there. But team's broke for a water break, so they're going to take a moment to come back. Guess I'll take a minute. What's going on in chat? How you guys doing? I'm looking over here. Was that the critic reference? If you say it was, it sure was, bud. It's a quality show. I did not watch enough of it. But if you say it was, I appreciate it. I'll take the credit where it's definitely not due. Let's see. What do we got? We got another raid in the middle of this. Caden showed up. Holy moly. You guys, I feel bad. I just learned how to raid tonight, so I hope I'm able to pass the love on to someone else. But when you do these West Coast games, there's not a lot of people to raid when we're done. So, last match has been chosen. We're going to Infernal Shrines. I'm gonna guess that was a pizza choice. It tends to be. So we'll see here as we switch to this screen. Infernal Shrines. I don't know who picked it yet. Nobody told me. And who did we kick out? We kicked out Dr. J. And Cranky Rhino coming in hot for Game 3. Just the quick roster swap. No one can yap like Gerudo. That's fair. That's fair, Cranky, talking that smack in the chat. I love yapping. 3-game series are hot. It's okay. I've got my water though. Partially legitimate water. Not quite water, not quite juice. But we're staying hydrated. No one told me who picked the map yet. My guess is pizza. Did I guess correctly? I will know in a moment. No one's telling me. My guess is right. Woo! That's it. I know these boys. And if we go by the science, 2 for 2 so far dictates that the map chooser will win the game. So there you have it. 2-1 pizza. Stamping it now. As we update that. Man, I'm with you, Doc. I see you in the chat. If we're signing up for a Cho'Gall game, it's worth you being benched, my friend. Sit down. Hachi Machi. Oh, that is a critic reference. I just like saying it. But yeah, you're right. He does say it in there. I can picture it now on my Comedy Central CRT TV 25 years ago. Might be a little much, but it sounds like an accurate guess at the time frame. Who are you missing? Why we only have 4 people on the side of Protectors of Shakuras? You need 5 to play this game. And, you could have me in there. I know all the pizza secrets. I know how to work the oven. I wouldn't say I'm complaining, I'm commenting, Cranky. Commenting. Listen, when you play a dead game with the same people for this many years, there's not a lot of variety coming out anymore. Aggressively observing. That's fair. I am aggressively observing. Alright. Someone on the Protectors of Shakuras, get your Dark Templar together and get this 5th man in here. Let's go. Come on. If I can sip my water while I'm sitting here yapping all day, so can you. All you gotta do is click buttons. Here we go. Fifth man is coming in. Hopefully. It says pending. I don't know what that means. Still holding on. Oh. Oh, he didn't make it again. We're still at 4 out of 5. Remember, these teams are going to do this same song and dance on Thursday. So, now whoever wins today, we'll phrase it the other way. Whoever loses today gets 1 point to the winner's 2 points. So if the losers can pull a 2-0 upset on Thursday, the points would swing wildly into the loser's favor. That being said, a 2-0 from the winners of today would be an aggressive point stompage. We love stompage. We can... You know what? Let's game it out. We don't know where their last player is right now, so let's take a look. We've got nothing better to do than to talk about division standings here in the Nexus Gaming Series, Division D. We're in Week 5, though. Again, Protectors of Shakuras are rocking 9 points. Rooster Pizza at 5. So let's play around with it. If Rooster Pizza win this game and take the series 2-1, that would give them 2 points, I think. Yeah, 3? No, 2? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it's 2 points. Or is it... Who cares? They get points. It should put them... They either tie with Cosmos or overtake them for 4th place. So they're tied. They're 4th place if they win this game, one way or the other. Protectors of Shakuras, if they win, either right below Regen Degens, or they'll tie them for 2nd. As much as I would love to bring Sugarman in as a co-caster, Doc, I don't know if I would go viral for any of the right reasons, nor would the wrong reasons be reasons I would ever want to be associated with. So Sugarman can keep his commenting wherever it is. I heard he's down there by you, so you can go comment with Sugarman right now. Oh, we're all ready. Readying up is happening. I'm here. I'm hitting my buttons. Caster yapping. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm ready. I'm excited to see an update now that the winning spree of this comp out of Pizza has been broken. They have to change it. They have to do something different. As we get to the draft phase, I hit the button. You're welcome. Oh, crap. Who'd I say? Doc came out and Cranky's in. I got to hit that button. Okay. Oh, they said Pizza chose the map, but Pizza has first pick. Somebody goofed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it... We might have to remake. Yeah, we got to remake. Talk more crap about the caster yapping. Just swapping it to make sure the right team has the correct draft order. It was correct. The Pizza did pick Infernal Shrines, which meant that Protectors of Shakur should have had first pick, first ban. But somebody goofed. So we're just waiting for them to reconnect. So I had to take a dive to fix it. Man, wouldn't it be bad if you had a 10-minute no game timer for leaving a game in the middle of draft? That'd be a real bummer. That's it. Just call the forfeit out. All right. As soon as we get all that, there he is. We see him back in the Nexus. We'll be moving back up very, very soon. Very excited. I'm just kidding. I'd like to have some joy sparked in me with this draft pizza. Let's go. All right. Don't worry, Cranky. I'm not talking any smack on you for your goof up. We are back into the draft screen. We were in draft screen the whole time. Who am I kidding? But we're back in draft mode. Ready to start game 3, deciding who wins the first of this 2-game week extravaganza between Rooster Pizza and Protectors of Shakuras. You know, Doc, you call out my extravagant picks in the chat, but we all love Fire Mage Diablo and main tank Maev. They add a lot of spice, none of this cheese pizza stuff that's been coming out of this squad. But let's see. First band coming out of red team, a Chromie band. Nice. Nice. I mean, I don't like her. Bronze Dragonflight stuff. Brightwing band coming out. Oh my god, the Joanna band was so fast I couldn't even finish talking smack on the Brightwing. Well, Joanna has to be banned out, which is bizarre because it's coming out from blue team. Well, so we'll comment on the fact that blue team has first pick, so you can usually let the Joanna pick slide as blue team if that's something you want. So clearly they don't want the Joanna and didn't want them to have it either. But it's definitely a band that you would usually associate with the red side.
I stand ready.
And we're going to first pick Valo once more. So Valo Prio is high on the side of Shakuras. And you know, just let's slam Zul'jin 3 times in a row to see the final matchup of Pato's 2-trick pony heroes. We have the Anub again. But we got the Anduin this time, so that's a little different. The Orphea gets through, and Doc, because you're not here to play Blaze, the Protectors of Shakuras have taken it. So, there you go. Now your team has to deal with the Blaze being on the other side, so I hope you feel good about it. Let's see. So we don't have to change Shane. Cranky is Anduin. See where the bands go. Vala hasn't changed at all yet. Orphea out of Chopper. They got rid of the white main. He did not like playing the white main. I used to have a guy on my team whose white main was banned against him. What a strange turn of events. If anyone sees Bayonet, let him know his white main got to be played for a little bit today. And we miss it. Kael'thas ban. So, despite losing that game, they still are respecting the Kael'thas that came out of Toast Monster. But that means his Kel'Thuzad's still available. So, let's see what he picks. Oh, no, they're doing it. They've done it. They're doing it again. They didn't ban it, so here it is. The Abathur Illidan coming in hot on Infernal Shrines. Can they make it happen 2 for 2 this season? I'm going to go ahead and let you all know I still have not learned anything that Abathur does correctly. So, okay. And the Kel'Thuzad. So, a Varian out of Dagny. So if he goes Taunt Varian into an Abathur'd up Illidan, I don't know who wins, but it's cool. It's cool. And an Alexstrasza, so Boomer, I like that you're giving me some different stuff to talk about as far as healers are concerned. You win. You win. You get the 50 DKP bonus this game. Thank you for putting a little bit of spicy pepper on my pizza. But that's it. It's game 3. This one's for all the marbles. All the garlic knots at your pizza table between Rooster Pizza and Protectors of Shakuras. Shit, I'm drinking water. I gotta push all the buttons. Talents are out. Hit the button. There's your pop-ups. Whoop. And I got all the names right. I did swap it. Let's see. Shane has taken the increased spell armor for game 3 out of 3 tonight. No talent changes there. Gift of Life cooldown faster out of Alex Straza. We've got Lion's Maw, so almost definitely a tank variant. Ancestral Strength from Orpheus, so hitting targets that are CC does more. And we've got a Q build out of Vala this time. A little bit better for the Skelegrubbies that pop at the shrines. Death and Decay out of Kel'Thuzad once more. Still waiting for Abathur and Illidan to play the game and pick their talents, but I'm sure sometime they will. Abathur up top doing whatever he does. You've got Dashing out of Illidan and Spike Burst out of the Abathur. So, cool. But Pizza's quickly going to be poked out of the mid lane genital measuring contest, and they are sent back to the wall to defend back there. 4 people rotate up to kill the symbiote. Is that what the hat is when he hats it? It's a symbiote target. Okay, Abathur swaps to the mid lane to soak as the 4-man goes to bot lane. I would imagine they're going to look to get this siege camp right away as Blaze goes to fight them off. But the 4-man from Shakuras rotates quick, and Pizza does not have time to go for the neutral camp at the bottom. So Illidan and Anduin taking that camp. Shakuras going for their Bruiser camp very early, though. So a different... I don't see that very often, so going for a little bit of a different camping priority order here is Lane Minion Varian fights to soak enough XP to do something worth being called a hero at level 4. Pizza going ahead and grabbing the neutral camp now. So they're going to have both bottom and mid lanes pushing aggressively, but that leaves Abathur alone to deal with his Bruiser camp. And he's wearing his little pajama onesie over here. He's trying to do what he can, but he doesn't have a wave anymore. And now he's got to back up before they crash through that wall on him. So they're going to 4-man into the Abathur here, who is quickly trying to burrow and get away. Doesn't want to get his pajama onesie dirtied up in the coming fight. Pizza not able to push nearly as hard into the Blaze as Shakuras can into the coward Abathur, who leaves the fort to die at 2.5 minutes. This is what we thought was going to happen last time. The Abathur has to give up so much ground if you play aggressive into it that this is how an Abathur Illidan loses early and isn't able to get to the point in the game where they will be way more effective than anything Shakuras can throw at them. So Pizza trying to fight back, but only gets to fort to half health as Variant continues to push with this Bruiser camp. The symbiote trying to do what it can, but this Bruiser camp will probably got most of that tower. So we'll see if does Abathur bring a mule out? He does not. He is going all in on being able to spike that Illidan later, so they need to get to the late game to make this pay off. As the rest of the camps on the map are taken, there goes the last siege and the Bruiser camp coming out, but Shakuras has already started the Skelegrubby taking over here, so Pizza needs to do something. It's going to be hard to go 4v5 into this, so again, more objectives, more ground being lost. I don't know how to get rid of the fort button there. It's whatever. I don't care. It's stuck. We're just going to deal with it. It's invisible. They get 30 skeletons and back off a bit, but there's really no world where Pizza's going to be able to push them off of this, especially with that lead that they have now. 35. Yeah. They just need to poke and get a couple skeletons. The powered up Qs out of Vala make it pretty easy. Pizza's trying to grab what they can, but they're not going to be able to push the Shakuras protectors out before the taunt comes out onto Kel'Thuzad. Big follow-up stun from the Blaze. And the Kel'Thuzad drops, and so does Illidan. So, again, I don't think Pizza probably should have walked away from that. They knew they weren't going to be able to stop it and could have just taken better defensive positions. As now you have a frozen Punisher, which is definitely the one you don't want to defend against short people as the first Punisher. So that's going to lock up the tower. Anubarak gets taunted, locked up. John Cena jumps in, stuns him up. The symbiote comes out onto Anub. He's able to burrow charge away, but if you're burrow charging away, that means you're not burrow charging in. Frozen Punisher locks up the Kel'Thuzad on the front lines. He also drops. Pato trying to jump in as the Illidan, but Illidan's not going to bring you any kind of value this early yet, so trying to fight them off, but that's a mid-fort going down. 5 minutes in, 2 forts already down. Illidan drops 4-0 in kills. Pizza needs to slow down the pace of the game and give their Illidan and Abathur time to get to where they need to be, but they're over a level below where Shakuras is already, so not optimally where you want to be as Pizza right now. But look, Abathur was sleeping. He woke up, so we won't look at him anymore. Shakuras taking the aggressive siege camp, hitting their 10s a full level ahead of Pizza. Lifebinder out of Alexstrasza, going to be able to make sure that the Illidan has a hard time whittling down his target. Rain of Vengeance, Bunker, waiting for the other two. Alexstrasza being able to keep everyone topped off easily with that Life Blossom talent, making all of her healing circles cast for free while she has one of those. Right? Yeah, costs no health when she has one. I knew what I was doing. Crushing Jaws, so bringing everyone together for a good Rain of Vengeance, and you've got Warbringer out of Tank Varian, so not choosing to go Shield Wall, letting him dash around the map a little bit better. Blaze coming up here to take the Bruiser camp for the side of Shakuras. Pizza hitting 10. Light Bomb for the Anubarak, which still has Cocoon. Monstrosity coming out of Abathur to keep up the split pushing. Metamorphosis. Not quite dark enough, but it's Metamorphosis all the same. And Shadow Fisher coming out of Kel'Thuzad once more. Nobody really trying to scuffle at this point. Pizza knows they need to just kind of move around defensively and slow it down until they can get to their key Illidan talents at 13-16. Protectors of Shakuras looking to catch out the Illidan by himself. He metamorphosizes his way out of there. Well done. The metamorphosis keeps him alive as he retreats to the safety of his keep. But Shakuras is fine. You can keep your Illidan. We'll take your fort. Shrines activating in the top. Bruiser camp ready for the Illidan up there. Well, you do have, I'd say you have 100 seconds on the Metamorphosis, but Illidan's just slashing away. Gets a second off his cooldowns with every auto attack, so he's quickly tearing down that cooldown, 60 seconds out. But will not have it for the beginning of this objective spawn. So XP lead is still about a full level on the side of Shakuras. That's weird. They killed the fort before they killed the towers, so the towers are still there. They're going to catch the Alexstrasza out. They've got her cocoon. They're looking to grab her. Varian might try to help. The follow-up root comes out way early. Lifebinder. Massive heal. That root from the Anduin missing was detrimental. The Alexstrasza able to link up to the Varian and heal herself to full. That is why you have Lifebinder. Big chains coming out, but the follow-up isn't there in time. Illidan dashing behind the fort, trying to get to him. Nothing there as Alexstrasza puts a little circle in the ground and heals. So Pizza almost getting the Alexstrasza, taking the bottom fort, but they are going to pay for it as the shrine will quickly go to the Protectors of Shakuras and a Mortar Punisher coming out into the top lane. Remember, Pizza has no forts left. No fort. No fort. No fort. Look at it go. So stopping this push is going to be important because you need to slow the bleeding down. They grab that siege camp. They've got a monstrosity pushing up far and bottom, so their other lanes are in control, but they need to stop something here. Illidan taking another siege camp, not here for the defense. You're not going to have... It's going to be hard for Kel'Thuzad to step up and defend this without someone else to take the heat off of him. If a noob steps in by himself, he's going to get blown up. They need the Illidan over here to help defend before they give this keep away. Illidan's here to Dark Metamorphosize. The Crushing Jaws comes out. Leap of Faith saves him from it. Illidan dumping into the back line. Nothing there yet. Do they stop the fort from going down? The mortars come out. Anub comes in, but not everyone's there for the Anub yet. They're trying to stop the Punisher. Anub dies valorlessly on the front line as everyone stops the Punisher from pushing, and the keep still goes down. Anub not on the same page as his team there, but they've got some decent push going in. They might be able to take this tower down in bot lane as Abathur starts to do what he does best, be an annoying Zerg slug scooting around in his little onesie pajamas. But with the keep down, they're going to need Abathur to buy some space in top as Pizza goes up there to push that wave out. Well, we're getting there. If they can get to 16s, Pizza has a shot to take a fight, but the XP loss has only continued to accelerate as 16s come in for the side of Shakuras. The Templar and their Dark Brethren feeling comfortable with their protectors right now, hiding in the bushes, waiting to step up. It's 5v3 here as Illidan steps up. Abathur runs away, but Anub once again getting caught out without his friends to back him up. Kel'Thuzad throwing out some spells. Illidan dashing in, trying to buy some space. Chains grabs two people together. Frost Nova comes out, doesn't have anyone in the circle, so the Shadow Fisher doesn't connect with anyone. Alexstrasza picks up her little plant again, can keep on healing without having a cost. The Light Bomb goes off as Pato dives back into his team, jumps back in with the Metamorphosize, but he jumps into bad juju, and there is no health loss on the side of Protectors of Shakuras. And I think that's probably going to wrap it up pretty quickly here. I don't think they can end here yet as they cocoon the Varian, but Anub can't really step up into much here. We've got the bind from the Enduin is timed correctly this time, but it's still just a Varian as no one is losing health. The Alexstrasza just able to keep pumping hit points into her team as the Pizza just they can't get a target focus down quick enough. And even if he could at this point, the Lifebinder is going to come out and heal him back to full. The chains come out, big combo. Lifebinder comes in to heal everyone. The health bars are starting to drop, but so is the Nexus Core, and they refuse to let the Illidan Abathur come online, making it 2-1 and making me look like a dummy. Because Pizza didn't win the map that they chose. So, like last week, we saw a couple light bombs go a little haywire as light bombs came out as people were trying to retreat. Saw a couple guys going in on different pages, just a little bit of miscomms on the side of Pizza, and no kills for the Abathur Illidan. Or anyone, really, for the side of Pizza. No kills there. Blaze topping the DPS chart. Way to go, bud. And Abathur topping the DPS chart. So, you know, going back to the upside down comments, nobody knew what was going to happen today. Healing-wise, Alexstrasza is just blew Anduin out of the water. So that's nice. That's about it. Like I said, this is what happened the last time they pulled out Abathur Illidan. They were able to mitigate and slow down the game enough to get in to make some progress, but they definitely losing 2 forts by 6 minutes in this game. I think the slope was a little bit too slippery to get back up and count on the Abathur Illidan to scale into. especially with a Kel'Thuzad, because Kel'Thuzad has his own scaling that he's trying to work with. So a lot of scaling and just does not for a very strong early game make. But that's that. We're gonna pop in and see if somebody wants to come in the chat for a post game interview. Majoogle. I don't remember who's there. There's a Boomer. Boomer is their guy. Where is he? He's the Boomer. Interview in lobby 2? Question mark. Very good. Oh, thanks, Iggy. It's only 3 games. My voice is still kicking.
Good.
Hey, how's it going there, guy?
Hey, I feel pretty good, honestly.
I think you should. I mean, it's a best of 3, so calling it a reverse sweep always feels a little weird, but it's a reverse
But you know,
sweep.
it
Great
was.
job.
That's what it was.
That's
We
what
could
happened.
call it a gentleman's sweep. But it genuinely was like 3 good games.
Yeah, I thought they all went really well. I don't have any notes written down, so let's go to whatever ancient history game 1 was. Oh, Volskaya. I don't
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. And Pizza just picks the same comp every time. So let's talk about their Blaze Anub. Who they have then? I don't even remember anymore.
Blaze,
Uther.
Anub, Zul'jin, Uther,
Yeah.
and KTZ.
That's it. And
Scary. I would like to play Zul'jin into that comp. But you know that's not how draft went. So, no, it was good. They played very well. They know how to play that comp. And I was scared from 1 to 10, and then 10 to 20. I felt a little bit better.
yeah, you
And
guys
then-
really swung hard, and then that last team fight, I upgraded D-Shield talent, man.
Hey.
Completely screwed you guys.
We did not silence and tomb the Uther. I did not get puddle on the Uther. Therefore, Uther wins them the team fight. Wins
Yeah.
them the game. So it
Because
is what it is. They played it well.
he walked them
they
right
know-
through the APOC. When I saw the APOC not do anything, I was like, that's
Yeah.
a bummer.
APOC went down and red health bars were still moving around for me, so I just kind of blacked out the last like quarter second of that fight.
But it was the back and forth of game 1 was definitely really good to see.
Yeah.
And then game 2, I think it was still game 2 went pretty close. I want to say it was there was one. Actually, I think it was like 8 minutes. There were no kills. You guys played it really respectfully, really defensively on both sides. And then I think it was your second spider take. They tried to fight for it, and you guys got a couple of kills on them.
Yes.
Which kind of left a really good push for you guys.
What level was that? 10, 11?
Yeah, somewhere. It was,
13 post ults?
yeah, it was like the third summon, so that's about
Yeah.
right.
Somewhere in there. Yeah. I think once we cleared them, we were able to get, because they were defending mid, right?
Yep.
We got mid and top fort.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of cracked it open, and their next one was scary because I totally thought we were all gonna die, because they walked us down mid, and were threatening keep wall in like the 3 people in Bruiser camp.
Yep.
And that one, I was a lot more nervous for. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I think and I was calling it out mid game, but the Anub started to slip. I think
think so?
game 1 Anub was really strong, and I think game 2 he started to really miss a lot of his burrow charges, and that was really helping you guys get through fights. It was making it hard for them to follow up. Like he was definitely missing a lot. Maybe not
Wrath
as
was
many as
still
it
on
felt, but
point,
the
though.
important ones he needed, he was missing. So
Sure.
we'll leave it at that. But you guys eventually just came around and won that one out. I think just macro pressure pulled it off, and then they tried to cheese you.
Cheese is taking us on this one, yeah. Shrines, well, the first half of draft, very safe. Bala Orphea Blaze,
Yeah.
not bad. And we see a noob Anduin, very normal. Um, Third bans go through. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, respect ban, and I'll go through. I'll ban whatever we banned. And then Illidan Abathur gets slammed down. I go, okay, little scared for that one as always, but it's always more of a threat in solo queue than it is in NGS. So,
Right.
it was dealt with, I guess. I mean, I was very, very scared. Orem had to talk me down,
Well,
but
I mean, as a third party, right? I saw these guys
mhm.
pull it out a couple weeks ago, and they managed to make it work. I I wasn't a fan of it because it's on Shrines. Shrines is such an early game.
Sure, do it on Sky,
Is
dude.
yeah, is it such an early game map? And then again with the Kel'Thuzad, I brought it up at the end of the match. Like that is you are all scaling on a very
Hmm.
early game aggression focused map, and
Well, it's fine on Volskaya, right? Like they did
yeah,
hyperscaling on Volskaya. Um, and yeah, I mean, we went early. We got Varian Alex, and I mean, we are healed, and we're tanking 4 to 10. Post 10, nobody dies.
yeah.
Um, and we just kind of hope that our lead's big enough from 10 to 20.
I mean, the only
Uh,
one that it was close to dying was you, and you had that, I don't know, 0 to 100 life binder come out of Varian that was
yeah, I was yelling at Dagny. He's like, I
monster
can't walk
value.
in there. Yeah, I'm like, just get close enough. Just walk a little bit closer to me. He's like,
Oh,
I can't walk in there. I'm like, yes,
those,
you can.
those are the
Please.
those are the big life binders you like to see. That was,
Hmm.
and the timing is so wonky. I was like, he's dead. I was like, there's no way he lives long
The whole
enough, and then
time.
the whole thing just. Whoop,
Oh, I was so nervous, and yeah, I think they played well. Yeah, maybe it just got late, and it just was. It's late. It's a long series, so they played well, and I think we just played an early comp, and they played a late comp, and
yeah,
we just snowballed.
I agree. But that. So, remind me, I haven't kept up with how the points work. You guys 2-1s, that gives you what, 3 points, right? Or 2 points?
3 points. So it's I don't know if it's 4-3-2-0 or 4-3-1-0.
I can't
Um,
remember. So, either way, that puts you guys, we'll say, second place. You're tied for
sure.
second. Worst case, you're a point under regens. Best case, you're tied with them for second. So,
Mhm.
but you guys get to do this again on Thursday, right? We're gonna
Yes, we
be
do.
rehashing this. So, any kind of changes you guys think you're gonna bring to the formula on Thursday, or?
Um, we're gonna make sure they don't draft KTZ by
Mhm.
drafting cleanses. Um, when I played a cleanse, they didn't play KTZ. The 2 times I didn't play cleanse, they went KTZ.
There you go.
So, looks like we're gonna have to bring the heat and bring a cleanse.
Well, if you bring the heat and bring a cleanse, then they can't bring the heat because you've got Kel'Thas, right? So,
Well, they can't bring the cold.
well, they can't bring anything. I don't know what Toast Monster will do then. All he does is play elemental mages, so
You know what? We'll bring a cleanse, ban KT, and then we'll see what he picks.
that's it.
Probably Jaina. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't do any good then either. She's just same thing, different hero, but that's it. I'm sure we'll probably chat on Thursday a bit more, unless they counter rebuttal you guys. So
It was
we'll,
a tight series. I would not be surprised if, one swings one way and one swings the other.
I would love nothing more than to do 2 3 game series 2 days back to back and not have a voice by Friday. So that sounds like a great time for
Hey,
me. But that's it. You know what? And I'll give you the question now, and if you get to come back Thursday, you get to have another answer at it. But my last question is always, who would you add to heroes if you had a shot?
we were talking about this before the game. We're gonna go with Master Chief, and because we just got all of the Microsoft properties,
We have Microsoft
and
money.
we got Microsoft money, and I threw out, to the chagrin of no one, just myself, an Aphelios kind of deal from League, right? He's
Oh,
got all of the
yes.
different weapons, and he cycles through them.
Do
And
you?
uh,
Oh, Master Chief in the style of Aphelios. Okay,
yes,
all right. I
yes.
can, I
Where
can pick
Chief,
it up.
he has, the sniper, he has battle rifle, he's got the shotgun. Like, we could do it.
Can his
Like, come
ultimate just
on.
be like Warthog, like Ram? Just like he just hops in the
Um,
Warthog and just fucking ring, just runs over
Ult,
people.
no. Ult is a melee execute with the
Okay,
plasma sword,
sure.
and one of his abilities is armor lock. I don't know. I didn't think about balance. I just thought what's OP.
Wait, does
Um,
anyone think about balance? You're talking about styling him after Aphelios, so
yeah, no. Hey, 100, what was it? 120 years
200
combined?
years of experience,
Yeah,
which
200 years of experience,
HOTS does
baby.
not have on their development team anymore. They're not even
No, we
close.
have a janitor who presses a couple buttons sometimes.
Very good. Well, we'll put Master Chief up there with the Bill Gates Gazlo weirdo hybrid that we talked about a
Oh
couple
yeah.
weeks ago, and that's it. We'll see what happens on Thursday, but I will open up the floor for you to sell your movie or preach about your book or tell us whatever you got going on.
Well, we got a match Thursday, and then we have a match next Tuesday, and then next Thursday, and then we might have another match the Tuesday after that, and the Thursday after that. I've got to
That's
talk to
it's a
I think
lot of HOTS.
Cosmos. Yeah, a lot of hots. We're in the thick of it, as it were. So thank you for casting. We really appreciate it.
Of course.
Always appreciate playing games. So big shout out to Rooster Pizza, Will Buy Pizza, and a big shout out to anybody who's watching. Um, you know, it's it's nice to do it for you guys. It's nice to play, but it's always more fun to do it in front of an audience. So thank you guys. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you NGS for putting it all together. Um, and yeah, everyone have a wonderful, safe night.
Alrighty, sir. We'll see you back here on Thursday for
Don't jinx me.
probably more of the same, I
You'll
suppose.
see me on the screen. I don't know. Don't jinx me with this winner's interview.
I sure won't.
Uh
I
huh.
would never cast or curse anyone like that. Hey,
Oh
look, I
goodness,
was the
no.
ones that said who picks the map wins the game, and here I am interviewing the red team who did not pick the map for game 3. So, you're welcome, by the way.
Thank you.
Alrighty, we'll see you on Thursday.
Sounds good. Thank you for cast.
Take care.
You too.
All right, viewers, watchers. What did I say last time? The Gorons and the I don't remember all the people. The Kakiri and the Zora, all in the Gerudos, all you people hanging out in the Hyrule Land. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you. I'm gonna put my voice to bed. I'll rest up for Thursday. See you here then for another cool match. It'll be week 5 on Thursday, not week 12, for the same teams doing the same thing. Have a Gerudo evening. Bye bye.